issued as a series of Rhino files, which the fabricator took as 2D files. We had a script written which automated both the unrolling of the profiles from 3D space into 2D space, and then created the nomenclature to label and identify each of them in a reverse build sequence, so that when they were shipped to site, after they were CNC water jet, they were unloaded in reverse sequence so that they could be reassembled in proper sequence. That didn't happen either, as the AA, for some reason, had its forklift stolen the day it was being delivered, and we had to unload with 35 students by hand who did not put them in order, and we, in the end, had to identify 800 unique profiles, one at a time, through a stack of 800 unique profiles. So that was a bit of a nightmare. What you see here is we produced a series of over 200, I guess, flat pack IKEA-inspired assembly drawings. Rather than look at traditional plan section elevation, which would never describe this project, we tried to describe it in a flat pack assembly procedure. This flat pack assembly procedure made for a really nice set of drawings, but in the end, this was the construction document. The entire project was assembled with this taken out onto site, our 1:20 laser cut model with all of the piece coding on the bottom right there. And that was how we were able to identify all of the different pieces and where they needed to go. The project went up over a course of, I think it was 8 weeks. The longest portion was that first slide. That first slide had to be done, I think it was 6 times. And that first slide is having 12 students try to level a site. We could not, for the life of us, get the site level. It was near impossible. And one of the big lessons in this one is the difference between zero tolerance Rhino models and real world tolerances on site. As you can see, the number of intersections and the fit we required meant that all of the pieces needed to be very, very precise. When you have a big belly over your site that does this, it changes your Rhino model completely. In the end, the structure was built, it was completed, and it stood in Bedford Square for about 6 months. It has since been sold to an art collector in Singapore who we dismounted, packed it, sent it to him, and I have no